Hey, this is Mark watching MTC Media with your latest edition of So Long, Tobacco Road, Everything ACC. We're going to start with two of the hotter teams in the ACC, starting with Virginia. I'm down here at Charlottesville for Virginia, Notre Dame, and the Cavaliers have really picked up how they've played since they've gotten healthy, getting Dante Harris back, and then having Minor play much better alongside with Reese Beekman. That opens up things for guys like Isaac McNeely, and it's why UVA has won 4 in a row, because the defense has always been there. It was just getting more consistent offense, making sure teams can't jam up the gaps on UVA, keeping the floor spread. So when Jordan Minor is playing better, giving them good minutes, and then Ryan Dunn, you notice that his numbers have picked up quite a bit. So that has helped UVA score a prerequisite number of points to go along with their defense. And then the other team that's been hot in the ACC is those daggum Duke Blue Devils, who have won 3 in a row. A good win against Louisville, which everyone gets a win against. Stole one kind of down the stretch against Clemson, and then a solid win at Virginia Tech. Up next for them will be North Carolina, and a lot of this is coming down to their guards. Jeremy Roach is now becoming a capable, I wouldn't say floor spacer, but he's able to hit the three when needed to be. He is shooting 47.6% from the three-point line, and when you consider that only 34.4% of his shot attempts are from the three-point line, is showing you his efficiency. Then the two guys that you know that's going to shoot him, Jarek McCain and Tyrese Proctor, are both having good shooting years from the three-point line. McCain is hitting 40% of his threes on almost 56% of his shot attempts being three-pointers. And then Tyrese Proctor is making 38.5% of his threes, and 55.3% of his shot attempts are threes. So Duke is spreading the floor. They have two guys who over 50% of their shot attempts are three-pointers. One is shooting almost 40%. The other one is shooting 40%. And then, by the way, when you throw in Jeremy Roach in there, that spaces the floor for not only Kyle Filipowski, but as you saw the other night, a big game from the Northwestern transfer, Ryan Young. He was a difference maker in that game against Virginia Tech. So those are two of the teams that right now, if you ask me, are the hottest team in the ACC, especially after North Carolina's loss to Georgia Tech. To catch all of MTC Media's content, go to mtcwithmook.com or on IG and X, where you can just also go to MTC with Mook. Next up for us today on ACC So Long Tobacco Road is two new coaches here in the ACC. And, you know, it's tough to be a rookie player. It's also tough to be a rookie coach. And two guys who have shown pretty decent in his first year, Micah Shrewsberry and Damon Stoudamire. We'll start with Shrewsberry. And Notre Dame has gotten some, definitely gotten some good wins this year. Heck, the first time around against UVA, they had this huge win over the Cavaliers, and things have kind of calmed down since then. I believe since that win over Virginia in South Bend, Notre Dame has lost 6 of 7, and they've lost it in various ways. You had the tough loss to NC State. You had a very physical loss to Boston College in the last time out. And then losses to Duke. They had the overtime win over Georgia Tech. But then the Florida State game, another loss to BC and Miami. And you see that it's just like it's not enough right now. But when you look at the roster, I mean, Shrewsberry definitely has his team in the right direction with Kerry Booth, with Marcus Burton, if Burton stays after this season. Brady Shrewsberry, which is the coach's son, obviously. So Notre Dame does have some guys in there that gives Micah something to build upon. And like I said, he does have a win over Georgia Tech. He has the win over Virginia earlier this year, a couple of tough overtime losses to Georgetown earlier in the non-conference season. And for Georgia Tech, give them credit. And Damon Stoudamire is one of the few ACC coaches that in his rookie year as being a coach here in the ACC has beat Duke and North Carolina. The Duke win was very impressive. The North Carolina win was impressive also. It was a home win, and certainly maybe a missed whistle or two there down the stretch. But again, they have struggled just like Notre Dame has struggled. Georgia Tech has struggled too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have lost 8 of their last 10. The only 2 wins coming against Carolina last night, and a win at Clemson, which was a 93-90 exciting win. But both coaches know who they are. Shrewsberry, you're going to get a lot of setup stuff, a lot of actions, those type of things. And with Georgia Tech, you want to get a lot of off script. They want to press you a bit, kind of want to get some helter-skelter going on, kind of get you away from what you want to do and out of your game plan. And certainly, Shrewsberry will be able to recruit to his style at Notre Dame. And certainly Stoudamire will be able to recruit to his style in Atlanta there at Georgia Tech. So should be interesting for both parties. Thank you for joining us in the latest episode of So Long Tobacco Road. This is Marcus Washington.